Why are you suffering from aches, pains and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluffs. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
Wonderful, and I do mean wonderful Tuesday afternoon to you everyone. It is the 5th day of the month of November 2024. Thank you and welcome once again to The Real Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, solo today. Please don't abandon me. I don't have companions. I don't have Miguel and Terry with me today. I'm all alone, so you got to stand by me. Yeah, you know what I mean? Stand by me. Yeah. On this very special, very important Tuesday, it's a humid Tuesday, but it's not so directly hot. It's not the blazing fire of the sun. It's the humidity, you know, the water vapor in the air that you can feel very pronounced today. But at the end of the day, who's complaining? It's the hurricane season. It's the tropic. It's the Caribbean. It's our climes and so on. Something to be expected, even though, you know, over the years we tend to believe some things are becoming a bit more pronounced, but that's not what we want to talk about today, do we? I hope you're having a good day so far, that your morning has gone well, that your lunchtime is going good, and that your afternoon is one that you are optimistic about. You know, it's no surprise that things going on in the United States are of such importance. They grip us, they engage us, they have us absolutely enthralled and spellbound at times, and at other times horrified. Not only because so many of our people have made it their home, it's a place where they spend many of them most of their lives, descendants of St. Lucians. It's the only home that they have ever known all their lives. Even for those of us who don't reside there, it's a very important place to us for vacationing, for shopping, for education, university, training, and a whole lot of different things. It's the land of opportunity that has allowed so many people all over the world to become what they want to become, to fulfill their ambitions, to fulfill their aspirations and their desires in ways that the country of their birth would not allow them for various reasons, political, economic, climatic, natural disasters and otherwise, that they flee and they go to America. In fact, I think Neil Diamond, one of the well-known singers to come from that country, sang a song, "They're coming to America," everything, they're coming to America. The United States of America is probably the greatest, there are different ways where we can talk about greatest, but it is probably the greatest, or maybe one of the greatest and most successful countries in all of history. Now, don't take me at that and make an argument of it. I think you understand what I'm talking about, that this country, perhaps more than any other, has had such an influence, such an impact on the entire world and so on. Many have looked to it as a pattern, as an exemplar, as a model and so on. Its military might, its economic might, where it came from. It's not a country that was given its independence. It is a country that, that fought for and won its independence from the United Kingdom. And that is why Haiti, many people consider Haiti to be very special, in that, considering the might and the size and the import of the United States, that Haiti became the second country in our part of the world to not be given its independence. As we hear about St. Lucia, we were given independence. They fought for their independence and they won their independence. And the United States has become that kind of country. Of course, it boggles the mind how France supported the United States so much in its war of independence from the UK, but committed so many repressive, oppressive, atrocious acts against Haiti, because Haiti fought for its independence from France, So independence was a courageous and laudable thing. But I'm going off track now. Today is election day, presidential election day in the United States of America. And I'm sure many of us, are with bated breath, on the edge of our seats. Some of us cannot wait, based upon the outcome that we anticipate, for the announcement to be made tonight, for the conclusion of counting to decide who, from the 20th of January next year, will be sworn in as the new president of the United States. And that's why I want to open the phone lines early today, for you to tell me, what are your expectations, if not your predictions, of the presidential election in America? Or who do you think or expect to win? Who do you want to win? Give me your reasons why, and tell me why it makes a difference to us here in St. Lucia, in the Caribbean, in the Americas, in the Western Hemisphere, and throughout the world. Why it makes such a difference to you, or in your mind, who becomes the next president of the United States? You're going to tell me your feelings on it, Why it is that you're supporting, whether it's Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. Why you think this one will win or that one will win. What you think it will mean for our travel to and from the United States, our ability to get visas. What you think it will mean for American assistance and American disposition to the Caribbean. I'm allowing you to roam the whole range of it. Of course, that doesn't mean an individual person is to take up 20 minutes of the line and so on. But tell me, what do you think it's going to mean for Cuba? What do you think it's going to mean for Venezuela? What do you think it's going to mean for us as small states that those countries have shown a benevolent hand towards us in terms of giving us assistance with scholarships, medical care, housing, you name it, the things that they've done for us. How do you think America will change and the world will change if Donald Trump wins a second term as president of the U.S.? Now, I'm trying to think back. Was there ever a time that there was a president who served one term, sat out the next one, or was voted out the next one, and then came back, to run again? Did that ever happen before? I can't remember. Maybe it has, but I can't. But folks, the lines are open right from the get-go. Tell me your thoughts on the presidential election taking place today in the mighty United States of America. Which one is going to cause you breathe a sigh of relief if that is the outcome? Will you breathe that sigh of relief and punch the air if it's Donald Trump who wins? or are you going to do the same if it is Kamala Harris who wins? 487-9849. That is the mobile number by which you can WhatsApp call us, and especially those of you in the diaspora in the United States, in North America, call. This is especially your turn to call and say, what are your expectations and your desires for today's presidential election and why? And I think we're getting our first call already. Good afternoon. Real issues. What's on your mind?
Well, what's in my mind? Not speaking English today, speaking patois today.
Patois? Garçon, maybe check comment aujourd'hui à garçon qu'a parler patois pour moi?
Aujourd'hui, on a parlé créole because mon l'année ba mauvais dit ouais. Bon, moi tout ça mauvais dit ya. L'année yon pont un shortcut là loka pas sorti grosi le ka descend, ka fait shortcut là pour venir côté ka vendre gaz là pour welder non.
Côté un pont ka sort gozile.
Lorsque gozile quoi passer shortcut là pour aller côté ka vendre gaz là pour welding gas là.
Oh, Windward Island gases.
Right, my brother. L'année yon pont là, un petit pont, right? Et que l'année yon gros pied bois. Même si c'est leur vie qui mène descend, puis ça, mais il reste en les ponts. Oui, il y a un bloc entrance à côté de l'eau à passer. Moi, je vais pour le ministère de Kimouna, I check en les avant, il cause un problème là. Parce que si les années go là, qui descendent là, on dit, that place là qui flotte. Because he have a interest à côté de l'eau à descendre.
So, c'est pour ça pas ça, ouais, dit chen so we coûte là avec hache baby, ou tié ba là.
Sorry?
Pour ça pas ça, ouais, dit chen so we ben hache we coûte là avec ba.
L'année gros pied bois qui descend pas on dit là. Mais quand la pierre tombe il descend il reste en les ponts même actuellement.
D'accord.
Bon, moi je yo Haïti là because là il y a un problème là.
D'accord.
Because il a bloqué, il a le compte loi descend là, il a bloqué ces places là qui tac. Il y a les ponts même, il y a en les chaque pont.
OK.
So do you mauvais ministre attend pour quoi il là right away because it can cause a problem.
Okay.
Vous matin là on passer là, moi ça taxi driver comment passer là, me garder bien, moi il can cause a problem. OK?
Yes.
Bon, l'autre côté là, marcher bon Dieu long, l'autre côté là, n'avez femme là gain. C'est tout est pour moi ça dit.
OK. Ou pas non raison vle gain.
Moi just vais gain.
OK. D'accord.
OK, bon monsieur.
Merci un peu.
Okay, bien.
All right. I don't want to clutter, what we're discussing today. There's been some, I must say, disturbing news from Antigua about a member of parliament. He was sitting as an independent, but he was a former senior minister in the Labour administration. I mean, he traversed the administrations led by Lester Bird and was in the Gaston Brown administration. They had a bit of falling out, but Asset Michael was found dead in his home this morning, I think. Yes, he was found dead in his home in a pool of blood. And I mean, there's been no word about whether it was gunshot or knife or what the situation may be, whether it is someone who's a known assailant or a robbery and so on, because he was known or considered to be a very wealthy man. Very controversial man over the years, accused of many things, implicated in many things and so on, but was never convicted of any of the corruption allegations that were leveled at him and embezzlement and those sorts of things. But Asset Michael is dead. If anybody knows about him, he was found dead in his home and the scene appeared to be a bloody one. But we're taking your calls. We want to talk about the US elections today. And folks, let me just tell you something about if Kamala Harris loses, what I think would have contributed to her loss. I believe they took too long, really too long to make that decision. And when I say they, I'm talking about, Joe Biden himself, the Democratic administration, the Democratic Party, and, all the people who were movers and shakers. They took too long to arrive at the decision about Joe Biden. To me, it was too long. And you would have heard me since last year talking about it, that Joe Biden was showing too many signs of decline and dementia and mental deficiency and forgetting what he was saying and that sort of thing. I just felt the decision about Biden should have been taken by Biden himself and others who were propping him up and now, you might say eventually the decision came. I am putting it to you that the decision to not go with Biden, it came too late. That Kamala was simply the closest option at hand, the most readily available option, to go with her, because to have gone through primaries and so on would have taken far too long. They would have been behind schedule. And that selecting Kamala was a time-saving move to select her. I'm not saying she wasn't suitable, but who knows, if they had had more time to do this, they may well have chosen someone other than Kamala. It might have still been her, you know. They may well have chosen someone better than Kamala. And not that I'm saying she's bad. I mean, I like the lady. I like the way she speaks. I like to hear her voice as somebody who's in broadcasting and so on. I mean, oh my goodness. If I were a broadcast manager hiring people and that lady walked in and so on for a job as a broadcaster, as a news reader, as a program presenter, I mean, just the projection of that voice, the beauty of it and so on. I mean, I absolutely would hire her on the spot over everybody else. She has that nice clarity and projection of a voice that I so love. And I'm sure, so many other things about her, they stack up, they add up well and so on in the we would say the assets column and so on. But I just think the time that the decision came, the cloud under which it came about Joe Biden's decline and so on, it left her with too much to do. It left her with a lot to do, which may well be too much. If she loses, I am just saying that this would have been, to my mind, some of the contributing factors. I know you're not accustomed for me to be opening the phone lines at this time, so maybe, you're a little, expecting me to do my usual preamble thing. But once again, I want to call on St. Lucians in the diaspora to call and tell me, what are your expectations? Or maybe you're on the line, maybe, what are your expectations of today's presidential election in the United States? What you think will be the outcome? What would you like to see the outcome? And based on the outcome, how do you think it is going to impact America? How do you think it's going to impact the Caribbean, the hemisphere, the whole situation in Venezuela, Bolivia, Cuba, etc., and the rest of the world, the Ukraine-Russia situation, the Israel, Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, situation that is going on right there? How do you think this is going to work out? The numbers to dial, 487-9849, and that's a number, mobile, on which you can WhatsApp call us. So WhatsApp call us, 758 area code, of course, 487-9849, and you can also call us on the landline, 4533-911. Good afternoon to you, Miguel Favre, who tells me that Grover Cleveland was the only U.S. president to do that. Well, that's before Donald Trump, of course. And I think Grover Cleveland, he's saying, was one person who was president, either lost or didn't run again. I'm not exactly sure. And then Grover Cleveland came back and ran again to be president. I'm assuming that he won. I know the name Grover Cleveland, but I hadn't really followed the exact history pertaining to him. Sylvester Frederick, a duck and rabbit farmer from Barbano, is asking if the program is on and is asking that question at 12:40 p.m. Don't know what's the situation where you are, Sylvester, but the program is on and it's been on time. All right, so I hope whatever it is that you're able to get it resolved so that you can follow us. Now let's see if I can go to the Facebook Live and see what our people there are talking about. I did tell you yesterday that I'll be looking at the U.S. elections, of course, so it's not that I took you by surprise with it. 487-9849 and 4533-911. All right. Jean Francis Francois is asking, Shelton, do you really expect a decision tonight? Of course. U.S. elections, the results are known on the same night. I mean, I don't know they ever have to go. It's in other places and so on, usually places where there isn't stable government and so on, like the Bolivia situation, which led to the ouster of Evo Morales. That election results have to wait how many days and recounts and all this kind of thing, which always give rise to allegations of fraud. But in the United States, election results are always, St. Lucia too, most of the Caribbean. By the time you reach a certain time in the night, the winners are known. I can't remember the last time you had to wait the next day to know the result of a general election in St. Lucia. The same night around, what time I would say. To me, by 9 o'clock or seldom going past 9 and so on, that people pretty much know who won the election. But, not every time is the same. Do we have a call on the line, Jaquan? I heard that it ring. Okay, we seem to have lost the person. Yes, Jen, I expect a decision tonight. for us to know who will be the next president of the United States. Okay, so, wow, so many comments on the Facebook Live. I'm trying to go there. Oh, my goodness me. All right, good afternoon to you, Conrad. And Wilma Amede says real issues has interference. I don't know what she's talking about. If there's a problem, Jacona, you aware if anything wrong with our frequency or anything like that, any distortion? All right, let's say good afternoon to Jude Pokes Harlow and to Jomo Leopold as well. Wilma, sorry about the interference. Don't know what's causing it at your end, but nothing from our end indicates that there is a problem. People are saying that's sad, and I think they're talking about the situation with Asset Michael in Antigua. And I mean, I saw a picture of it, like the scene looks pretty bloody and so on, and I remarked to myself, my goodness, I sat in that house with him and with Senator Colin O'Neill Brown. We went to pay him a visit at one point, and he told us, let's go to the balcony, and it's a lot breezier there and so on in the area where he lives near McKinnon's, in the McKinnon's area and so on. Nice house, nice, grounds, estate and so on, well cared for and so on. And we sat on the balcony talking to him. Very easygoing, relaxed kind of guy and so on. And, nice time and so on. Always wanted me to write press releases and things like that for him. My own work didn't permit me, but a few times I did it for him. And, good guy, Couldn't believe when I told him I don't want anything but water. You sure you don't want to drink? And I can remember Asset, and my goodness me, just like that, I wake up this morning to the news that he's gone. But we have a call on the line. Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you.
How are you?
Doing great. Yeah, I'll
doing great, huh?
I'll do even greater based upon what announcements and results are known tonight.
You're referring to the American
yes.
election?
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, Shelton, I don't know. I'm not yet moved in either directions regarding the American elections because I figure the Americans can fix their business no matter what happens. I mean, it's going to impact us, but I have adopted a wait-and-see attitude regarding that. That's not my business to handle. I can only hope from where I am, and I don't know if I'm hoping for anything. Just let the motorboat sail on. But
okay.
Regarding the issues with NBC, it came on, then it went off for a bit.
That's what, on the TV, on the radio, on Facebook Live?
The TV, because when I checked the Facebook Live, if the Facebook Live is on, which it was, it means that the radio is doing okay. So the problem is with the TV, and so I post on your live. It is time to throw away the whole of NBC, because let me tell you, Shelton, I don't watch real.
No, hold on. I think I just need to correct something. The Facebook Live and the radio, you say that if the Facebook Live is okay, it means the radio is okay. The Facebook Live, of course, is an internet-based transmission. It depends upon the internet transmission. And it can operate. No, hold on. It can operate independent of the radio. The radio is not an internet-based. It is to air. It is propagated, by radio waves through the air. So the two are not necessarily mutually, dependent. Go ahead.
But Shelton, you can only go live if the radio show is on, and then the live feed from the radio show is shown on Facebook. If there's no real issue,
we can go live on Facebook without the radio being on, but we can do it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, Shelton. You want to play by it? Allow you. Yes.
So don't say that we need to throw away the whole of NBC. We can have platforms functioning with one functioning, two functioning, and the third one not.
Because the whole of NBC would include the radio. I take it back wholeheartedly through the television broadcast segment.
Okay.
Because that's how I feel, Shelton. When you say I sit down there, or I dare doing my business and I'm listening, I'm talking about, because it is easier for me to do it from the TV, okay, and use my phone for other things. So when that TV is stressing, you understand, it's stressing me, and Shelton, I can't find the words to say how that has stressed me when it's not showing on the TV. You understand? So sometimes, let me tell you, I just be beside myself with anger, you know. But anyhow, as far as America goes, I'm waiting patiently tonight. And
so you have no opinion, you're saying, on whether it is Trump who wins or Harris who wins. You have no opinion on that?
Yes, I would like history to be made as a woman, okay. As a woman, I would like history to be made. And I think we don't need characters like Trump in politics in the world today. Because if Trump wins, you know the problems we're going to have here.
Well, okay, this is the kind of discussion I was hoping to have.
That puts a feather in partner cap, partner getting re-energized, resuscitated, and he's now made go do things, made has start to do things yet. So I am hoping with everything in me that history is created tonight and that Kamala wins the elections. But still, I have a wait-and-see attitude regarding the results. You understand? But I know, again I'm saying, in St. Lucia, if that man is re-energized because Trump wins, whatever, imagine all of the things that Trump did. During his stint as president, he was taken to court for it. In St. Lucia, we are still awaiting Alan Chastney to be made to account for all of the atrocities against us last 5 years, more than 5 years ago. But Trump is being held to account, and that's why.
But how come Trump is being held to account for his alleged misdeeds? And I think that he's been convicted on a couple of occasions. He's been found to have sexually assaulted a woman and all of that. How does a man have so many strikes against him, but he can still find on himself on a ballot running again for the highest office in his country?
Let me tell you something. Whilst the laws will hold him to account, we wonder about the mental state of those people who support him. We wonder about the mental state of these people who support him in much the same way we wonder about the mental state of the tropical one. And if you look at the people who support him as well as the people who support the other one down here, they're basically on the same level. What is this world coming to? Shelton, I remember an era in this lifetime, right? As a child growing up, you had to have something, some measure of intellect to want to even step into the political realm. But that has gone. You understand? Let me speak about the United Workers' Party, a party into which I was indoctrinated. I mean, under a certain chairman, you had to have it, to be it, and to be in it. You understand? But all of a sudden, when I look at that, and let me tell you, the two parties are on the same level. The one down here and the one up there. Gosh, man, them people, Shelton, listen, that I'm so discombobulated and flabbergasted and kerfuffled that I need to go and get my thoughts together and get me in a proper space where I can think clearly, because hey, I'm still hoping that history is created in America today. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
All right, thank you so very much. You know, It's 1 o'clock already, Jaquan. Let's take the commercial break, and when we come back, we'll still be open for the calls. I'll continue looking at the messages on the Facebook Live and maybe share a few more comments. But I see a call coming in. Let me see if Bernard Haynes wants to speak with us before we go for the break. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Oops. Hi, Bernard. Can you hear me? Okay, I think he can hear me now. Let me see that. Give me 1 second, Bernard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi, Bernard. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, okay. I saw your call come in just as I was about to go for the break, and seeing that you're one of the very outspoken St. Lucians in the diaspora in the United States, in New York to be precise, are you calling to share your thoughts about today's presidential election?
Yes, sir. I heard Colin here speaking about that. Shelton, let me tell you, I have the belief that Kamala is going to win. But here is one of the things that kind of differentiate with the American politics. There are guardrails. There is accountability when it comes to the law. Hey, they will hold you accountable, but it will not prevent certain places, certain things. It will not prevent you. The thing is, if Trump was a black man, he would not have been the Republican contender for president.
So I'm saying I'm saying there's a lot wrong with America. That despite all the strikes against the man, despite all these court cases, despite the convictions for very serious offenses, that the man is still able to run for the highest possible office in America. I mean,
yes, he would not have. It would not have been possible for a black man to gain that kind of confidence from people. Well, when I say confidence, I don't mean, but from his followers. The other thing is, Americans vote on some things called issues. I really don't know what that is really, but they say they vote on issues. Things like economy, things like immigration. That they vote on these things. They vote on these things, and because of his hard stance where immigrate, and I don't even think that Trump has a hard stance on immigration, because there was a bill in the House that would have helped the situation, and he said just because he wanted to make it an issue to run on, he has the House to vote against it.
But it is my understanding, Bernard, that Trump uses a lot of this immigrant labor for his golf courses, for his hotels, for his this, for his that. That is happy to use those people, when it suits him for the lower wages that he has to pay them. That Trump is an opportunist. I mean, I have heard that many times. I don't know how true it is. I mean, you hear things and you don't know how politically tainted. Yes.
Let me tell you. Trump have had 3 wives. 2 of them is immigrants.
There you are.
2 of them are immigrants.
There you are. And immigrants from the former communist countries of Eastern Europe,
There you go.
Yeah.
And yes, a lot of Trump places. Well, now I think they don't even carry his name because they were asked to remove. That's why he moved to Florida.
Yeah.
But a lot of his employment.
Hispanic
workers.
Hispanic people.
A lot of Trump workers are Hispanic. You see, and so to have Trump is not as harsh on immigration as people as he's making people believe. Trump is not as harsh on immigration. But you see, the people in the southern belt, what we call the Bible Belt, it was just one issue that the Bible Belt was really up to, and Trump gave it to them. That is why they make Trump Lord God and everything. For them, it was the Roe versus Wade issue. Because the Christian community in the Bible Belt, down south, have been fighting that thing for years. They have been fighting Roe versus Wade for years. And there were Republicans after Republicans until George Bush. And none of them did anything. And it just happened. It just so happened when Trump got into power. The chief judges, some of the chief judges on the Supreme Court passed away. Those who resigned. You see? And so he was able to get judges that would support him from his MAGA coalition, to support him on that issue. And so he gave the Bible Belt what they wanted in that regard, in that sense. That abortion issue. But that is not going to help him again. You see?
Bernard, let me ask you something. You believe that Kamala is going to win. You want her to win.
I believe
we know all the things that Trump, the outrageous to the criminal to the whatever we call them, that he has done or is alleged to have done. How does that explain that every single poll is showing that the election race is a dead heat, that we're in for a cliffhanger result, which means there is a very real possibility that Trump could win, however narrowly, that he could end up winning? How do you explain a man against whom, there should be a total disgust and so on, but yet he can come back and put in such a strong showing right from the start down to election day? Every poll, every survey is showing that the man is neck and neck with Kamala Harris.
Again, as Miguel said earlier on, he doesn't understand, and I share that same sentiments. He doesn't understand why America keeps saying they ain't ready yet, and which is they are not ready for a female president. I don't understand that. My question to America is, all the single mothers who raise children to be who they are, to the best of their ability, it was the same issues that they are complaining and thinking that women can't take care that did it. The economy. Okay, if it's the economy, you all have had so many men that have had chances to improve the economy. And right now, the president who is going to inherit the economy now is going to inherit one of the best ones.
Okay.
You see what I mean? The inflation is dropping, unemployment is at its lowest. It has become the biggest. All the economic countries in the world, they are don't worry what you're hearing about the economy. It's one of the best right now. And so that is why I say Americans say they vote on issues, but Trump is not running. Americans have voted on issues, but Trump is not running an issue. The only issue Trump is running on, I do not want to get involved with the law. I do not want to go to jail, and that's the issue Trump is running on. But you see,
the guy is talking all kinds of incitement about shooting people, about this, about that, about they should, if they try to shoot him, they should shoot through the fake media, and the guy goes on and on with that kind of talk and so on. Whoa, Anyway, go ahead, my bro. Go ahead.
But he realized. Let me tell you, I know crowds don't win. Crowds don't win election. No, sometimes you see a large crowd and it doesn't win. But if you realize the last 3 or 4 days of Trump's how do you call it, his meetings and his town halls, the numbers have decreased. People are not really showing up because I think people have gotten tired. People have realized, you know what, I go there and it's just pure garbage.
Yeah, the crazy things that he's saying, like a guy who's out of it, like a guy, yeah.
But again, I'm saying, I know the women. This morning I started there and I said to myself, he is down by 11 points on women on the women voting population.
Maybe down by 16. I think down by even more when it comes to blacks.
Exactly. That should have been all the way in its 40s when it comes, because Trump has no regard for women, Baba. And when I look at the people that Trump has insulted in the women of politics on Fox News, and I see these people coming and tell you, because of the economy, because of immigration, I'll vote for him. He's still, I see this morning he had played something and I laugh. Those who saw the video, but who we are here experience this thing. You meet people and you ask them. I met a black guy and asked him, bro, why are you voting for Trump? Why are you supporting Trump? And he just cannot tell me.
Was that the guy? Was that the guy whose lips were trembling when they asked him, tell him one thing that Trump has?
So we have many of that. I encounter many of these people, I encounter many of these people here, You ask these people and they just These people are ready to curse you off. They're crying. They can't tell you one
I mean,
thing.
that is what I'm saying. The fanaticism. There seems to be a fanaticism, which from the American media over the years, you expect that fanaticism to be something that comes from Iran. You know, you expect that kind of fanaticism to be something that comes from, you know, the Islamic fervor. This kind of
country. No, here is the thing. Here is one thing, as you mentioned, Islamic. You know that is one of the reasons why the Bible Belt is voting for Trump and not Kamala. The reason is because, you know, the Bible tells you that the man shall be the head of the household, and that the woman should not usurp authority over the man. And that is one of the issues. You see, they want to crucify the Islamic nations because the way Islamic nations treat their women and know that man has sole authority over them. But this is the same concept they have down here in the Bible Belt. That is why they're telling America is not ready for a woman. That is the concept coming out of the Bible Belt down in the South. All these red states is because they do not want a woman to be president. But I don't see because there is a lot of guidelines, there is a lot of guardrails. No matter how the president sit down in the White House, there is a lot of guardrails around them. That is why they have all of the secretaries. They have the House, they have the Senate. They have a lot of guardrails. But for some reason, the Bible Belt just believe the Bible tells us that, and no matter who Trump is, we're going to vote for them. But Shelton, tonight, I know they're not going to get the result tonight because of all of the crap the Republicans have set in place, you know, and votes have to be counted. It was one day vote, one night result, and it's going to go on. But I am confident my daughter, when she voted this morning, I am confident that her vote will count, and it will count in the winning section, and America will give birth to a girl, a baby girl. Really. I'm confident of that. God bless you, Shelton.
Thank you very much, Bernard. All right, let's go for the break. Jaquan, I'm sorry for taking so long after I had announced it, but we'll be back shortly for more of your calls and your messages on today's Real Issues.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's ginger turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea, and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway. Call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
You're listening to The Real Issues on this Tuesday, November the 5th, 2024. And I have with me on the line another St. Lucian resident in North America, Jude Harlow, who goes by the nickname Pokes. You know, like I said, one of the real energizers of our platforms, whether they be the Real Issues WhatsApp group or the Facebook Live. And Jude says he's been having trouble getting the line. That is the studio WhatsApp line. So I've called him direct on my phone. Jude, good afternoon to you. Thanks for contacting us. What's on your mind today?
Yeah, good afternoon, Shelton. Good afternoon, viewers. It's been a while I haven't been able to get through the line, but it is what it is, and I appreciate the fact that you called me. But I just believe that this guy Trump has done so many things that are out of the way, and I don't believe that somebody like that should be in the holding a post of presidency. So I definitely want him to lose, and I want Kamala Harris to win. And maybe she might just make a change, just like the Prime Minister in Barbados, Mockley. So I give her my support, and I just hope that those St. Lucians in the diaspora will do the needful, and that at the end of the day, she will win the election. That's my take.
All right. And when she wins, what do you expect? What things you expect to change, to be different, to be better? Tell me, what are your expectations, just surveying the scene and looking at the way America, the world, and all has been going?
Well, to be honest with you, I would be happy if she would take into consideration all the immigrants that are there, that are contributing towards the country, and those that do not have status, that she will give them an opportunity so that they could gain this status. Because so many people are contributing, even here in Canada too, and then it's a challenge for them. And I see so many other persons that they bring in that doesn't make any contribution. And some of them just sit, like especially here in Canada, man, with so many people they bring here from India and stuff. And a lot of those people just sit down here, they don't want to do anything. They choose what kind of work they want to do, and if they can't get that, then they just sit and then pay taxpayers' money, and that's very disadvantageous to we who come up there. And
next caller on the line. Hold on for me, please. Yeah, Jude, I have another caller on the line, so thank you very much.
Go ahead.
All right, okay.
No
thanks
problem.
and all the best, and we'll talk again.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Okay. Hi, caller, good afternoon. Thanks for your patience. Real Issues, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, Shelton.
How are you doing?
Thanks, I'm doing well, sir. How about you?
I'm all right. Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Shosdale, actually.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, excellent program you have going on. I'm really enjoying this program here today.
Thank you very much.
It's my first time calling the program, although I'm a frequent listener.
Mm-hmm.
First, I just want to express my condolences on the passing of Mr. Michael. I knew him, so it was a very sad thing.
Okay.
But the topic,
you knew him
discussion on the
personally.
American election, that's a very interesting one. It's a conversation that's been very difficult to have, largely because I think we take a very personal approach, right? My opinion, I really believe Trump will win. And when I start from there, it gets difficult because we're so disgusted by what Trump presents as his platform that we find it difficult to believe that people will actually vote for him. But I think there's an imbalance, right? And it is largely, in my view, I believe what we get from the media is not an accurate representation of what's happening on the ground in the U.S. in the first place. And I believe the situation is much more dire than what we're seeing and what we appreciate. And Trump is quite reflective of the mood at the moment. And what he represents is, in my mind, very, very, very American, as disgusting as we may find it. 60% of America is rural America. Okay? 60% of America is rural. These guys, they love their guns, they love kids, so they don't want to hear anything about abortion, and they don't like immigrants. Okay? That's who Trump represents. The coastal areas where the Democrats are typically stronger, are usually stronger, these areas have been weakened as well. The real economic situation in America is such that it is one that is really crying for an intervention. And with the foreign policy blunders and the monies that are being spent on foreign wars, that has divided the Democrat base. Kamala never had an opportunity to really present her platform. She never distanced herself from Biden sufficiently. What the people are seeing under Kamala is more of Biden. And that's a problem. As unattractive as it might seem, it's in my view, sometimes I look at the equivalence between that situation and our situation here in St. Lucia. The American electorate is being presented a choice between a failed global imperialist policy and a national reconstruction, make us great again thing. And given what is happening on the ground in the real sense, cities, I mean, we see the tent cities popping up, we see the immigrants taking over areas. That is driving people towards Trump's national agenda.
Okay.
And I believe on the basis of that dynamic, because it's a very powerful one, the American society, I believe Trump will emerge. The choice is between, is like an Alan Shastney who was given us a type of vision that, unrealistic and didn't meet our needs, versus a PJP who came with a people-focused agenda, you know what I mean, that focus on fixing us internally. That worked, and we believe in that. Okay. And I think it's the same type of choice that the Americans face, except Trump is the PJP and Kamala is the Shastney. You know what I mean? Okay. That's the difference. And in my view, seriously, I really do believe Trump will win. Whatever that might mean for us, I don't know. But given what I'm seeing on the ground in American politics, I really believe Trump will win.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, my friend. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. And anyone can feel free to share their thoughts, okay? You don't have to, because I said I want Trump to lose, for you to think you have to come and toe the line on this, okay? This is the way you just express your views on a matter. I don't know if I can name him, but some time ago, a long-time friend of mine, Fremont Lawrence, he met me and he said, look, I'm going to tell you something. It might not be what you expect or what you wish to happen, but Trump is going to win. Fremont Lawrence told me that, and he does something else.
What happened to you?
Yeah. He said, mark my words, Fremont Lawrence, Trump is going to win, and he said something else. I can't remember the two things. Our conversation was brief because we were both headed to do something. Fremont, if you're hearing this and maybe you want to share your thoughts on today's election, I really would like to hear from you. And over the years, you're a man I've always had a lot of time, respect, and regard for, you know. We have a call on the line.
You see, the race is tight. I personally believe Trump is going to lose. Well, one thing I know, my cousins have voted already. They showed me the things where they voted already. My sister voted. Her husband, my nieces voted already. I personally believe tonight history will be
made.
History will be tonight will make history. Tonight history will make history. In other words, there will be a new president, and that president will be Kamala. And I personally believe after Trump lose, I believe Trump supporters will cause chaos in America. Either they're doing some burning or something but I believe Trump, and not just that. The last time I told Mr. Prudent, when Trump lose, when they're going to sort in the new president, he will not turn back. He will not come. And I personally believe again, he will not come again. But history is going to play tonight. Yeah, Shelton. That's what I believe. And I know Missy is going to lose tonight. Take care, my friend. Take care. Thanks. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to Mr. Victor Girard, who says, when George Bush won, it was decided in December after the Supreme Court's decision. We remember that, a disputed election. He says, one who has predicted the outcome of the election successfully 9 out of 10 times has predicted a win for Kamala. We have a call on the line. Good afternoon. Real Issues.
Mr. Daniel, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to all your callers, your listeners, and everybody that's listening to you. You know, it's funny that you said you met Mr. Lawrence, and I met Mr. Lawrence, and the same thing you said.
It's funny that what?
You said you met Mr. Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the same thing that you said, he said the same. He told me, mark my words, Bailey, mark my words, Bailey. Trump is going to win.
Yeah, he said that to me in his usual quiet way. He said, mark my words, Trump is going to win. And there's something else he told me that's going to happen, and I can't remember the second one, Yeah.
I remember you saying to me that it has been established that the parents were white people and all kind of things. But Mr. Lawrence already, and he goes deep. But he didn't have much time, so he was running too.
Yeah.
But let me say something here. It is what it is. I can't tell you who's going to win that election. I cannot. I really can't.
Yeah, because every poll had it as a dead heat, huh?
That's correct. I have followed it inside out. I understand politics. I know what it is to be in the war room. Basically, like you said, if you have to just go on his record as a person, he's not supposed to win nothing. He's not even supposed to be a candidate. But you know what? There's a reason why that is happening. And I'm going to say it like this, and who don't like it, we could leave by it. The whole idea is to keep the United States white. This is not about Donald Trump, This is not about Donald Trump. This is about keeping the United States white, and white people must be in charge. Now, if you don't want to believe me, that's fine. And that is the truth of the matter. That's what's going on. The other people there,
but the United States has been mixed for a very long time. Why would they want now to keep it white? The United States has been multiracial for quite some time. It's got the Native American Indians. It's got a fair percentage. I think maybe 12 to 15% black. It's got so many,
Sheldon, I understand what you're telling me. You see, when these guys use the word immigration, that word means black people, colored people, people that were not born in America, that not supposed. That's what that means, They're not talking about immigration of people from Russia and Ireland and Norway. The word immigration means Jamaican. It means Haitian. It means African. It means Indian. We have to keep these people out. That's what that word means. That's the code for it.
Okay.
Thank you. And have a nice afternoon.
Thank you very much. Someone messaged to say, good afternoon, S. Where is Terry today? I think he did indicate that he had some things to attend to, very important. What did he say? Something that ends with pass, something pass, whatever, that I think is serving as some kind of consultant or something like that for. Was it VPass or something like that? I can't remember, But he's mentioned that quite a lot, and I think he's still helping with the education system, and Miguel says TVET. He's been a man who has quite a record and history in as an educator, so he's still being sought at to help guide some processes and some developments and so on. And he's a man, when he puts himself into something, he puts his heart and soul and body and mind and everything into it, you know. Yeah. Cornelia Jacob is asking, did Terry get our permission for this off day? Which hour are you talking about? If you want to message the man or call him and tell him that you don't have my permission, and then maybe he'd reconsider. You know, I don't have that kind of superintending, you know, status and this kind of thing over Terry Fennell. Or maybe you do. All right. Thanks, Miguel, for the little clarification that you provided. Let me say good afternoon to Angie Kedu. She is the secretary in the constituency office for Vieux-Fort North, one of the frontline aides to Honorable Moses Jean-Baptiste, the MP for Vieux-Fort North, and our Minister for Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs. And Angie tells me that Facebook is working just fine where she is, and adds a good day, which I would like to return. Thank you so very much for that, Angie. Who else do we have here? Okay. One of our listeners in Canada says Kamala would need a miracle to win this election. Trump is better for the country at this time. Kamala is just a puppet of the same Democrat regime. She is controlled or heavily influenced by a more powerful system. Having her there is just like having Biden there. Didn't you see how he went after Elon Musk companies? Trump is the one who will stop the Ukraine war. Do you see Putin respecting Kamala enough to stop that war? And he adds, based on past conversation, he supports legal immigration. I've been waiting to see how I can move to the US myself legally. Trudeau messed up Canada really bad. There is a big housing shortage all over Canada, and this is mostly because of all the immigrants coming over. This is why they are reducing it now. All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on that with us. Cornelia Aurela Bitons of who? Let me see. See if we can get. And for this you shall pay dearly, she's saying about Terry not being on today. You know, many years ago, I think I saw a movie. I think it was starring Alicia Silverstone, and it was called The Crush. I think there was also The Crush Part 2 and so on. I think we're going to have to talk about The Crush, St. Lucian edition. The Crush, Vieux-Fort South variant or something like that, you know. We'll have to talk about The Crush. I must go back and watch that movie, you know. Yeah, long time ago. Alicia Silverstone is the name of the actress who starred in it. Jude Poxalo, you're welcome. He sends to tell me that he really appreciates my having him on. And it's time for our commercial break, the final one. And when we come back, we'll be heading up with more of your calls and messages to 2 o'clock when we wrap up. I do hope that the technical problems that you indicated, you know, whether with the radio, TV, Facebook Live, whatever, that they're not really serious and widespread and so on. I can't tell from where I am, and I've received no messages suggesting that anything is amiss. We'll be back shortly, the real issues.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you, at Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild, the power to heal, the future of pain relief.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay By Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
The Real Issues is on this Tuesday. It is the 5th day of November 2024. It's election day, presidential election day in the United States of America, the country that exerts such tremendous influence on the entire world, including St. Lucia, our own, and its people. What do you think the outcome would be? What would you like the outcome would be? And what do you think would be the consequences or impact of the outcome on America, on the Caribbean, including St. Lucia, the Americas, the Western Hemisphere, and the whole world, share your thoughts with us on that as we await the results, perhaps sometime tonight, or based upon what happens, it could take a little longer to finalize, but usually it happens the same night. We have a call on the line. Good afternoon. Really?
Bonjour, Mr. Shelton.
How are you doing?
Yeah, long time. Ça fait me do kapini me pa après call me. Just kidding.
Yes, go ahead, my
friend. Well,
friend.
what I want to say, Shelton, on the American presidential election, a lot of people want to compare that to the UN. A lot of people saying, oh, if Trump win, automatically Shas will win. I say, but you cannot compare the two. That's like apple and oranges. That's totally different. Everybody know the U.S. election and the electoral votes and whatnot. In as much as we would love for a woman to win for the first time, but like they say, I don't think America is ready, and I don't think, they're actually ready to put a woman. And plus, not just that, she's mixed. I mean, history can happen. We would all love that. But to me, no matter who that wins, I don't see it will, the effects and whatnot on the Caribbean and the world, I don't think it will be much of a difference. I think it will just be business as usual. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Yes. A lot of people like to compare, the two and whatnot. I see that it's a total different thing. In as much as they call him Trump, yes, they call Shas tropical Trump. But that doesn't mean that if Trump wins, that doesn't mean that he'll stand any chance. Yes, how can you compare the two?
So you believe a Trump win will have no effect on our politics in St. Lucia?
None whatsoever.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, none whatsoever. To me, in my humble opinion, it is totally, yes, and that's far-fetched.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much.
Shelton, yes.
All right, we're still taking your calls. Listen to the number, because I think many people are still calling the old mobile number which started with 724. This one, it's 487-9849. That is the mobile number on which you can WhatsApp call us. Scratch the previous number. It's no longer in use. It's 487-9849. That's the number on which you can WhatsApp call us. Get it right, okay? You need to make that change over from the 724 to the 487-9849. And you can still reach us on the landline number, which is 4533-911. All right, we're taking your calls until 2 o'clock. We have just a little more than 15 minutes to go, so make the most and the best of it. All right, let me see. Someone sends me a message with a whole lot of laughing emoji. And what do they say? Cornelia will deal with, I'm sure this means Cornelia will deal with you. She hasn't yet. Maybe she's going to. And as a matter of fact, she gave me some nice news. She said the TV broadcast is back on for a while now, and that it looks like it fixed itself. Okay, that's a good thing. Self-repairing thing. I remember many years ago, a guy, came and said, I've had this knife, but I never sharpened it. And it looks so sharp. I wonder how the knife just got sharp like that when I bought it. I took the knife and I said, I don't need to sharpen it, but I wonder how it got sharp. And a friend took the knife from him and he said, man, look, how come you go and you buy a knife and you don't realize what kind of knife you were buying? And he said, what do you mean, what kind of knife? He said, you obviously didn't realize you were buying a self-sharpening knife, maybe just, having fun, poking fun at the guy about you having a knife and you didn't realize you bought a self-sharpening knife. So maybe we have a self-resolving TV and so on. Bernard is calling again. Let me see if I can answer him. This, I don't know why it takes so long for my phone to, when I hit the screen for the answer, to respond. I don't know whether it's time for me to change it. Maybe. Let's see if I can afford that. And I can assure you that I'm also, open to gifts and so on. Let me see if Bernard is offering me, the latest iPhone or something like that. That's possible. Bernard, I'm going to call you back. I don't know why sometimes when I see the calls coming, I tap on that answer button so much and then it just doesn't. It takes a long time for it to respond and so on. Don't know if I have too many apps open. So how they call that, the virtual memory of the phone is probably not as responsive as it should be because it's processing so many. It's unusual for him to call twice in a program. So let's see if let's see if I can get him back on the line now. Sorry about that, folks. Yikes. Oh, I wonder why he didn't call me on the. All right, let's see if we can get him. Yeah, hi Bernard.
It's It's just a little difficult for me to get through the line.
Yeah.
But anyway, Sheldon, let me just make a point there concerning Trump and immigration. Trump made a statement about when the Latinos come in, how they take black jobs. And people, there are people who say, well, how come America is an immigration country where immigrants built this place and yet still they have a problem?
Right.
You see, Trump knows exactly what he said, and this is where I personally agree with. There are some things people are real bad, and then there are some things you agree with them. I agree with Trump in that regard. And some people don't understand why. When the people from the Latin countries come in here, Shelton, you know black people. You go to any Chinese store in New York. I don't know for America, but most of these they do not hire black people. You go to Jewish people. Majority, let's say within 100%, 99.9% of the people Jews hire are these people from the Latin countries. You go down south, as much as the Republicans in the south do not have a problem with the immigration system, they are the ones they use on the farms. Okay, they are the ones that in New York right now, it would be hard pressed for me to tell somebody from St. Lucia, bro, come up, you'll get a job in construction in there. My friend, there is a building that went up right in front of my home. And you know who was working there? Solely Spanish people. Trump knows exactly what he's talking about in that regard. Because when these people come there, Sheldon, when I come here, you will have to look for an apartment yourself. And by the time you reach here, I give you 2 days at my home. I already telling you guys, but when these people come up, Sheldon, 20 of them live in one apartment. So guess what? They can work for the man for $10 a day. While you, coming from the wanted to work for $25. Okay? So they hire them, and when they come in, if I bring Shelton in, promote Shelton to supervisor, I go, see her supervisor. Let me tell you, when you see the Spanish man come in, brings his uncle, he brings his brother, he brings his nephew, he brings his children, they're bringing them one by one. And you know what? I had a problem with my boss. I tried to get a job for 2 St. Lucian friends of mine, and he keep telling me, I ain't going to, I don't need workers. And Shelton, my supervisor had his nephew, he had 2 sons, he had 2 nephews, he had his uncle, he had his brother on the job. They came in long after that. You see? So, and this is the problem it creates for black people. The problem of immigration is more a problem for black people in America. They'll tell you black people don't want to work. That's not true. That's not true. It is the cost at which these people work that these people will quicker hire. The babysitting industry, which was where black people was really making money. Don't mind these babysitters there, Sheldon, they were making money, Some of these people who buy houses in St. Lucia, they were feeding their family. These people are making money, But you know what? When these people get a job, these Spanish people get a job, the next person they hear that want a job, they call them. They call for the interview. When the black woman go or the black woman, the babysitter go, and she said, "Give me $25 an hour." Do you know how much the Spanish person doing it for? Give me 15. Give me 11. Give me 11. So who you think of people will hire? And that is the point, that is the problem, and that is why Trump said when these people come, it is the black jobs they are taking. Because most of the industries where black people are employed, they will employ them for nothing. They will hire them and pay them much less. And when you have a house rent of $2,000 to pay, and you are alone there to pay, these people, 20 of them living in that same apartment, so that $2,000 does not hurt them. It does not hurt them. Okay. Because there are 20 of them living in the apartment. So that is where, you see, it's not that people are really against the immigration of these people or migrating of these people coming through, It is what it is creating, the problem it is creating for black people, and Trump knows that. Trump knows that because he too hire black people. Yeah, that is what I just wanted to correct.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, I think I'm getting a call now. Is it on a Facebook call? Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's sounding, but how do I get it? Oh my goodness, I'm not seeing where it is. It's a call, it seems, on the Facebook Live. I'm trying to see if I can trace it. All right. Let me call, yes. It looks like a call coming from Lukey. Lukey Albert. Yeah, let me see if I can get her. Hello? Hi, Lukey.
Hi, Shelton. You not on the show today?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I saw your call and I said maybe you want to say something. So I have you. You're live on air right now. If you can wait, if it's privately you want to talk to me, 10 more minutes.
No. I can speak to you now.
Well, before you say anything further, Lukey, my deepest, most heartfelt, profound, profuse condolences to you on the very tragic loss of your father. I cannot begin to imagine what you're feeling. I have lost my father, but not nearly anything close to, the circumstances in which you have lost yours. Okay, so I want to say that to you.
Right. Thank you so much, Shelton. I just want to express, I know I've been speaking about that, and my father. I lost my father, which was he was dear to me. My father was a very educated guy in his earlier days. My father went through so many jobs and top jobs around St. Lucia, Barbados, thereabouts. My father is somebody who always had a pen and paper in his hand. My father's handwriting is just impeccable. And I mean, the police have been working well with me. The postmortem, my son went to the postmortem, and this young boy who did this in Soufrière, I feel sorry for him, because the system, I think the system have failed him, and he knows nothing, he knew or knows nothing better than to see his family always in a fight, in a quarrel, in something. And I know he was at Boys Training Center for a previous offense, and he escaped. This is the second person or the second ward who have escaped and have gone out there and murdered somebody. And I'm disappointed in the system. I cannot change anything. I am hurt, yes. Justice must prevail. But at the end of the day, I want that message there to his family and to my family also, that sometimes again we do everything in our power to raise our children in the best possible way that we can, but the system, if that child has been in the system up and down, and how could he have escaped? You understand? How could he have escaped that?
So are you saying that the suspect or accused or whatever accused.
So
he's already been formally charged?
He is at the Soufrière. They have him at the Soufrière police station, as per the police who spoke with me.
And you were saying that he is an escapee from the Boys Training Center,
that's what I'm understanding. Wow. That's my understanding.
Well, that would be sad, given the situation if Mrs. Alexis, some time ago, the lady of Bella Rosa or Boseju Grosile, who was killed at her own home by a young man who had escaped. So if that is the situation again, Lukey, I hate to be asking you those kinds of questions, given that you are struggling to come to terms right now with this. But had there been any previous altercation or confrontation or whatever between this person and your father, or was it just a random?
None. None at all. My father is somebody who just goes about it. My father don't harm anybody. My father don't do anybody anything. And apparently there's been a spate of that same issue. There's a guy right now at St. Jude's Hospital who has suffered the same. Nobody has come forward. He's still alive. Nobody has come forward to say who broke his leg and who broke his ribs. So apparently there is that problem in Soufrière. We're not sure who did this gentleman that, but the person who did my dad, that he is a young boy, 17 years, a young boy who I know, who I may have helped his mom along the way. Toys and clothes and all of that. I do not, for me, I have a forgiving heart, but this child, apparently the system failed him, and failed him miserably.
So he just essentially just jumped on your father because of mental issues he's having?
My father has had his mental issues.
No, I mean, not your father I'm talking about. The person who did that to your father, I mean, apart from having been a ward of the Boys Training Center, is there any talk of him having mental issues himself or whatever?
I'm not saying mental issues, but I know the family. I know the family where they are at, and I know the core problem, Shelton. I know the core problem of the family, right? I know there are agencies who are helping the family also. Yes. I am not going to be somebody who would say, do this. This boy, I believe the system failed him. That's what I'm saying. Okay. The system failed him. Unfortunately, he took a stone and he hit my father. My father died. Unfortunately, I have to go about and do what I have to do. But again, let me go back to something. I am away from St. Lucia, and I have reached out because I was trying to get my father. I'm not there. Temporarily into a home or something. I called several times, particular people I'm not going to mention. They never answered their phones. So my thing is, if before that I used to pick up my phone and call and say, you know what, particular thing, this is ready and that is ready for you. But today nobody answered. And I'm just saying, I just packed a box with wheelchair and everything. I posted it on the Daily Scoop. If you follow the Daily Scoop, yes. I'm sending it to my father. You understand? When I realized nobody answered, I sent messages, and the only person who reached out was Catherine Seeley. Catherine Seeley is somebody who reached out and says, "Looky, I'm going to take it from there." But we didn't have the chance to even build that little 2x4 for my father, because his house got damaged and destroyed. I am not going to mention any names, and they would know who they are. And there's a list of what I wanted done for my father, and nobody answered. My father may have, his life would have extended maybe another couple of days or whatever the case may be. But when you have people who have been close to you and you call them, because I'm somebody that will always lend a helping hand to somebody. But when you do not get a reply, I called from my American number, I called from my solution number, who's still on, nobody answered, and the message is going out to them. But I'm not even blaming them for that. I am saying that we all, at one time in our life, we need somebody to lend a hand to us. And that's my message to them.
Okay. Looky, I don't know what more or anything that I can tell you, but do accept once again my sincere, heartfelt condolences, and I do hope that Dunstan Jarrock Butcher, that he will rest in peace, and that he will be remembered well, and that he will be given the recognition, at least the words that will encourage, that will uphold, and that will inspire for something to be done, so that another person does not meet that.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Does not meet that kind of violent end and so on, simply because somebody who should be in is out, somebody who should be in some kind of program has absconded, and there's not a system, as you say, in place to go looking for them. I don't know exactly what it is, but I want to commend you for being able to call and speak openly about it, and not to be expressing bitterness, as you hear some people. Not that you blame them.
I cannot, the person that I am, yes, I am hurt that my father is gone. Yeah. My father took care of me. Growing up as a child, I remember my father always instilled all that. My father was very conscious. My father was a Rasta, so I know where my father's heart was. Along the way, something happened. Like I said, I don't know. I can't question what happened to him. But what I'm saying, I cannot hold any bitterness in my heart, because it's going to kill me.
Yes.
I cannot hold any bitterness in my heart, and I would want that child or that young boy, to get the best help that he can get.
Yes.
You understand? The best help. Yes, he has to serve his time when they find it, whatever the case may be. Yeah. You understand? But I want that to be, and something has to be done in Soufrière, because those guys are actually terrorizing all those persons on the street. And another thing, Look News put on there that my father was a vagrant. My father was not a vagrant. He was on the street. My father had a house at Bouton, but he couldn't stay in there. So my father would walk from Soufrière, and persons would know, you'd walk from Soufrière, sometimes all the way to Castries. Yeah? My father was fit. If the postmortem says that a blood vessel they just performed the postmortem, that a blood vessel was severed, and that just knocked him out completely. My father had no diabetes, no hypertension, nothing like that. So what I'm saying is that this is for me. The system has to be fixed, otherwise there will be more cases like that.
Okay. Looky, it would be kind of superfluous for me to tell you, God bless you. You obviously are blessed that you are able to bear such immense grief and suffering with the dignity and grace that you are bearing it and that you are expressing it. Thank you so very much for that.
Thank you, Shelton.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Wow. You know, there's not many people who could do that, you know, to call a program like this. We have to go now? Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. It's not many people, you know, who can do this. To call a program like that to talk about the subject that Lucky Albert talked about there, and to do so with that kind of composure, you know, and so on. It's not many people who can do that. But it looks like we have to go now. It's 2 o'clock. A sad note on which for us to end, but it is part of the territory of life that we have to deal with, and we have to take it as part of it and not in any way hide from it or seek to run from it. We know many of you would like to call and to contribute, but it's time for the lotto and the end of our program. Until next time, on behalf of Jaquan and all of us here, Shelton Daniel signing out.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Help prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boost your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knightsmed Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Germany.